When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder. When great trees fall, the world feels it, even if you're far away. And I think servers are the same. At some point in almost every SMP's life, it reaches an unfortunate moment. The player count starts to drop. People grow up, school gets stressful, life gets louder. Work, relationships, responsibilities, whatever the reason is, the ending of a place you used to play with the same people every day isn't heartwarming. Honestly, it's just kind of sad. For the past 2 months, I've switched to Java Edition and finally got a gaming laptop. Not just to play, but to chase something I've wanted since I was a kid. Growing up, I watched Stampy Longhead, Dan TDM, Sky Does Minecraft, and other creators like that. And back then, it was simple. I want to make money playing Minecraft. But now, as a grown man, it's different. Now I want to be that person on the other side of the screen, the one giving some kid hope that maybe, just maybe, they can do what they love too. After switching to Java, an old friend of mine, Harry, messaged me on Discord and asked if I wanted to join an SMP our old friend group had started. Of course I said yes. They loved PvP, I loved PvP. I thought maybe this was it. Maybe I could finally make content and really start. At first, I stressed over everything. What kind of video I should make? What kind of audience do I want? It got so bad I considered writing scripted content. But I'm not a writer. I can't force compelling stories. So I stopped trying. And instead I just played. We fought at we built at spawn, we laughed. It started feeling like less of an SMP and more like a family, which is why deciding to do seasons was probably the biggest mistake we could have made. I've owned servers before, mostly on Bedrock, advertised everywhere, Discord, Reddit, wherever I could. Some players stayed and became close friends, others logged on once and disappeared forever. And after owning servers for years, I realized something. A server doesn't die when the player count drops. It starts dying when the owner cares more about numbers than the people already there. On Harry's server, most players were in the UK or Europe, except for me. Sometimes I'd log on and see nobody. But if I waited or joined earlier, there would be 10 or 14 people at spawn doing nothing but talking. Those moments mattered. We were all around the same age, 16 to 21, all figuring life out at the same time. Then the next season came. We wanted to be more competitive. We wanted to be the next lifesteal SMP. And instead, we lost what made us special. Builders left, community faded, and what remained was a PvP server with no soul. The exact thing we wanted to avoid. Watching a server go from alive to empty is like watching a fish die. Insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Easy to ignore, but you watched it grow. You were there for its entire life. And later, you might still go to feed it, only to remember it's gone. That's how I used to see dying servers. Recently, I joined a server called NationCraft, a geopolitical server based in the USA. One day, there were 18 players online, and I was constantly running into people, just talking. No Discord calls, no parties, just temporary conversations. It felt like the videos I grew up watching as a kid, like I was inside them. As time passed, fewer people logged on, and sometimes it was just me. It was quiet. I kept building my nation and advertising on Reddit, hoping anyone would join. And normally, This is where I'd quit, find a new server, something more active. But not this time. This time I stayed, because maybe a dying server isn't really dying at all. Maybe it's just shedding noise. I started treating it like a survival work, building projects not for attention, but for the possibility that one day someone might stumble upon them. And if they don't, that's okay. There's something beautiful about building things that might never be seen. Stories waiting to be told, like a book left on the shelf. So if you still have access to an old server, I encourage you to go back. Build something massive. Not as a goodbye, not as a farewell, but as a promise. If you made it this far, thank you. Truly. Thank you for giving me a chance to chase my dream and for clicking on this video. If you'd like to see more SMP content, consider subscribing and let me know what you'd like to see next. And if you're a creator with a small SMP, I'd love to be a part of it. That's all I have for now. Have a wonderful day.